Bill Belichick still hasn't signed his contract with North Carolina, and it's raising eyebrows. So, here's a head-scratcher for you. Bill Belichick, the six-time Super Bowl champion and one of the most famous football minds in history, is currently operating as North Carolina's new head coach, but without a signed contract. Yes, you read that right. Despite being introduced in December and already getting his hands dirty with staff building and recruiting, Belichick and UNC haven't inked the deal just yet. According to CBS Sports, this unusual situation could lead to some legal confusion, particularly around the buyout clause. See, Belichick's deal with UNC reportedly has a hefty $10 million buyout, but that number drops to just $1 million come summer. Without a signed agreement, though, industry sources suggest that an NFL team might think there's little to no buyout if Belichick decided to bail on UNC and head back to the pros. That's a lot of uncertainty for a guy who's got a pretty iconic NFL resume. Sharon Moore's similar situation. Now, this isn't the first time we've seen a coach operate without a signed contract. Michigan's Sharon Moore, for example, coached the first 2 games of the 2024 season without officially signing his deal to replace Jim Harbaugh. That's 2 whole games without a contract. It seems like this trend of coaches coaching before their ink hits the paper is becoming a bit more common. But for Belichick, the stakes feel a little different. After all, we're talking about a coach who has won 6 Super Bowls and helped turn the New England Patriots into a dynasty. So, is there any actual risk that Belichick would leave? Well, according to UNC and sources familiar with the situation, there's no indication that Belichick is thinking about returning to the NFL anytime soon. Belichick's commitment to UNC. When Belichick joined UNC, he made it clear that he wasn't just passing through. He even told the media during his introductory presser, "I didn't come to North Carolina to leave," which is a pretty strong statement. And if you're looking for signs that Belichick is all in at UNC, look no further than his staff-building efforts. This week, the program reportedly added Mike Prefer, a longtime NFL special teams coach, as well as Will Friend from Western Kentucky and Armand Hawkins from Washington. Hawkins worked with Belichick's son, Steve, at Washington last season, and Steve is set to be UNC's defensive coordinator. All signs point to Belichick continuing to build his coaching staff and fully embracing his role at UNC. So, what's the deal with the contract? Well, we don't have the full picture yet. UNC confirmed this week that the contract remains unsigned, but that Belichick has signed an offer sheet. Until everything is finalized, there's no telling if any potential NFL team could find a loophole in the buyout situation. For now, though, Belichick seems committed to the Tar Heels. There's no indication that an NFL team is knocking on his door. He hasn't been interviewed by anyone this hiring cycle. The longer that goes on, the less likely it seems that Belichick will be lured back to the NFL. Still, with a career as legendary as his, you never know when something might change. For now, it looks like Bill Belichick's new chapter in college football is still very much in the works.